Okay, so just a quick review of your permutations and combinations. So without doing anything, I'm just going to go over which ones would be a permutation versus a combination. So 13 card hands that could be dealt from a deck of cards. So this is going to be a combination. We don't care about what cards you're going to get. So number 2, how many 3-turn combinations can a padlock have if there are 60 numbers on the dial, and combinations can't have repeated numbers. This one here, this could be kind of either way. We almost don't have enough information, but I'm going to go with permutation because they're talking about a padlock, so this is something that it actually matters, and you don't want to have repeated numbers, so I'm going to go permutation with this, even though it even says combination in the thing, in the question. Sometimes they try to confuse you. How many batting orders could a baseball manager create using 9 players in the starting lineup? So those of you that do or don't know sports, your starting lineup can be important, and especially in baseball, who hits first, second, etc. This is definitely a permutation. And 6-player volleyball squads could a coach put on the floor if there are 9 women on the team. I would say same thing here. We're talking about a starting lineup. So it's going to be a little different. Okay. The thing we're going to talk about today is combination and probability. So how we can use combinations to find essentially the probability of things. And it's going to look a little bit different. So a total of 57 students, including 20 people on the same lacrosse team, applied for just 3 dorm rooms. All 3 winners turned out to be team members. The other students cried foul. Is it reasonable to believe that this could actually happen? So we want to know whether the probability was good. What's the percentage that this could actually happen? So the first thing that we can do is look at what they were originally picking. So how they were picking here is their total that they had was 57 combinations of 3. And it's combinations because we don't really care who's going to be in those rooms or the order of their names or anything. So we have 57 combinations of 3 people. This was for the total of students. Now, when we talk about just the lacrosse team, we're talking about 20 combinations of 3. So we have these 2 things here. What we're going to do is to find the probability that 3 on the lax team is we're going to divide these 2 things here. So we're going to have our 57 combinations of 3 over our 20 combinations of 3 to get what the percentage is going to be. So if you do this in your calculator here, you're going to end up with about 0.0389 or about a 4% chance, which I'd say is not really great. So perhaps something did happen, and this was actually a correct thing for them to say. A 4% chance, anything below 5% or above 95% is statistically significant, which means that it's pretty unlikely for it to happen. If you're in the lower 5% or the higher 95%, you're pretty amazing or pretty unreasonable. We'll do one more. So we've got a DVD here. A video rental store was running a special in 2008. For $20, you could buy a bag containing 6 used DVDs randomly selected from 15 recently popular movies. The possible titles listed in the store's ad included 4 comedies, 8 dramas, and 3 cartoons. If you buy one of the bags, what's the probability you get 2 comedies, 3 dramas, and 1 cartoon? So we want to start with the total that you could get. So 15 possible movies, and we are going to have 6 in our bag. So we've got 15 combinations of 6, and then we want to go each by their separate things. So we've got comedy, drama, and cartoons. So they told you the total. So the total amount of comedies that you could have was 4, and we want to know if we can have a combination of 2. We said 8 for drama. Can we have a combination of 3? And then our cartoons, 3 combinations of 1. Okay? The total here is going to go on the bottom just like before. And then all of these other ones are going to go on the top. So your 15 combinations of 6, and then we're going to multiply these 4 combinations of 2 times 8 combinations of 3 times 3 combinations of 1. So all the possible things get to be in the bag. So the probability your bag contains certain things is going to be this, and this is going to work out to be about 20% chance, which is pretty likely. So here you've got pretty likely chance it's not in that 5%. Okay?